Nou, wat gaan we sowieso vandaag doen? We gaan vandaag lekker verder met Kingdom Come. Ik ben nog een beetje met Pipirad bezig geweest. En volgens mij heb ik zo'n beetje alles kunnen bouwen. Alleen improvements nog niet. Dus we kunnen dadelijk gaan kijken om die trebuchet quest klaar te maken. Een beetje brak, maar verder goed. Nog 1 dag om uit te rusten. Jij 1 dag om uit te rusten? Of je bedoelt vandaag om uit te rusten? We moeten toch morgenochtend aan de slag. Ja, oké. Nee, ja. Dat is waar. Ga jullie trouwens morgenavond de shirtjes halen of dinsdag? Of pakken jullie die gewoon op de receptie op woensdag? Dat vergeet dat wel alle. Even kijken, mijn inkomen is nog niet zo heel hoog. Capacity is wel al goed. En dat heeft gewoon tijd nodig. Ik heb dit natuurlijk redelijk vlug gerust omdat ik al genoeg geld en alles had. Ik heb nog geen geld meer. 1400, dat is niet heel veel, nee. Waar is mijn kist? Hier is mijn kist. We hebben denk ik. 7,6k.
Hey, who are you?
6k bijduwen. Kunnen we dadelijk ook de zaak niet betalen natuurlijk. Moeten we ook niet hebben. Dus even goed 6,75 per dag of zo. Zolang wij nog geen winst maken. Nou snap ik hem. Ik kan nu kiezen voor 1 en dan bouwt hij een alchemy bench. Of ik kan 2, dan krijg ik de herbkaden. Zit dat? Ja, en hier is hetzelfde. Swordsmith of armors. Shit hebben we. Dus kunnen we niet bouwen. Tables kunnen we niet bouwen. Karthuis hebben we wel. Dan zou we eventueel een asje range bij kunnen bouwen. Maar ja, dat kost ook geld. Een trader cart horses. Dat kunnen we niet upgraden. Zo te zien. Daarvoor kunnen we een boerie. 300 kosten.
I've decided what to build.
Kijk of we daar meer geld mee krijgen.
Good choice. Come with me. We're gonna build here.
Bridge Prime sub received. Thank you for appeasing the
En
old
ook Kevin bedankt voor de resub natuurlijk.
I'm ready. I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need. We've got what we need. Let's get to work.
Sorry, bier. Will be able to brew local every time a new batch is brewed. You can pick it up from the vat on top of the kiln at the... dat was nog niet direct mijn idee dat ik zelf bier kon pakken. Even verkopen. Was meer bier bij de inhaler. Belangrijkste natuurlijk. Ook geen geld maken. Ik denk dat we dat even moeten laten voor wat het is. Dat zal toch ook ondertussen wel daar zijn niet. Ik wil eens even gaan kijken. Dat zal nog wel voor die DLC-quest zijn natuurlijk. Misschien moet ik kort aan de ambush skippen, want ik kan er geld mee verdienen. Ja. Dan gaan we eerst even naar die questgiver. Nou, zullen we een paard hier maar neerzetten, want dat paard staat wel heel apart.
Greetings.
Are you wishing you'd stayed home at Ratai instead of joining in our nighttime venture?
You must be joking. I haven't had...
Really? Despite being wounded? Actually, you missed
It can't have been that... Nonsense.
anything.
See you later.
Oké, dat was dus niet de questgiver.
Would you teach me more?
Certainly.
Well,
God be with you.
Zou zeggen dat hij de questgiver is, maar heeft geen quest, oké. Dan kunnen we naar de groene A. Ja, nog een steen stelen.
Ja.
Even kijken of ze al zover zijn, anders doen we gewoon een keer skip time, hè.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacked.
Just so. That István's
All right. When do we?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, you won't have another chance until we've won the day.
Niet of ik moet slapen eigenlijk.
How's the deal?
All right. See you later.
Even kijken, energie 92. Nee, dan hoeven we niet te slapen.
Are we prepared?
There's no reason to. You won't have another.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the...
Portcullis.
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the...
And what's the plan for it?
First, we have to get men to the wall, which is no easy matter under fire. So we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers, once a few of them get to the battlements...
How will we take the?
Either by scaling the west wall...
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long... The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop. To anyone with a bow on the inner... We'll have to either fight our way through...
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, István will know defeat is inevitable. But we'll still have to...
Oké, dat gaat gezellig
I've
worden.
heard everything.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
Zo de
I'll
wol
help
doen,
with
hè.
the attack on the walls.
Oh, ik krijg niet eens
I'm
keus.
proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier. István must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Good luck, then.
Ach, hebben ze Hans ook een armor gegeven. Zelfs ik. Ik dacht dat ik een behoorlijk armor aan had, maar... Oh. Damn. Zo'n groot wapen zo precies te schieten. Attack! Bomb the walls. Let's go. Zet die ladders neer. Ja, hop, daar gaan we als eerste omhoog. Echt niet eens damage. Nou, hop, mercy kill en looten. Kan. Haha. Tikkel. Ik heb money nodig. Oké. Weg. Er zijn zo wormen ontstaan dat dat weinig zin voor mij om daar wat op te doen. Ik hoor Toenk, maar echt de punch eraf. Nee. Oh. Tegen soldaten zullen maar afblijven. Dan zijn we weer een hoop pistolen waard. Oeh, vallen ze allebei dood neer. Dat is ook niet handig. Oh, maar niet meer lockpicken. Binnen lijkt niks te zetten. Daar mogen we niet in. Oh. Brrr. Terug, dan gaan we naar het portjacht. Oh, dan gaan we nog een deur. Oh, dat zie ik niet eens. Alles ineens voor mij? Nou, zijn ze ook met z'n 4 op 1 aan het slaan. Jezus, hoeveel soldaten zaten hier binnen? Tussendoor weer een... Oh. Krijg niet echt wat te doen als de hele tijd een soldaat in mijn nek zit. Hey. Hey, schmicht. Cool. Jammer dat ik niet alles kan looten.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish,
Stephanie.
forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. as a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it.
Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Scallops. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to go elect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Ja, zo kun je het ook bekijken, hè? Ik wil niet of ze daar gaan trappen, maar... En die heeft al een keer eerder gelopen van Scully's naar Talmberg.
What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later. What do you think? Would Toth keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I. This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
Ik denk turnips niet direct,
I was
maar...
an apprentice blacksmith.
Hier.
Not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger. Where you found Tom? Sneaking into Brannick all on your own? Well, what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it. What should I say to him?
Don't worry, it'll come to you. You'll see.
Hi, Dad. For starters.
There's no sign of them. Move on.
Zo, dat paardgeluid is ineens hard.
I'm glad to see Ishban kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
You all right, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
Kunnen we mooi met z'n twee wandelen. Ondertussen een beetje bijkletsen.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
That's it, brilliant.
Where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing?
Oh, was niet even een groot swordsman.
Even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there it was so near, yet so far. Oh well, it can't be helped.
Almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Markvart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Ja, was mijn gevoel in ieder geval goed dat dat nog, of in ieder geval de laatste quest was.
You're doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
I doesn't matter now. I miss you and Ma. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
Don't go. No. What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Yobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
In de private area, dan word ik wakker. En eerst op mijn eigen kamer. Een oot is een oot. Oh god. Wat of zo? Quest started. Epilogue.
Stop right there. I have to search you. Well? What? Orders of his lordship.
For God's sake, don't bother me.
Well, if that's the way it is.
Heb ik überhaupt iets bij wat ik gestolen heb? Hebben we hier ergens... Ik ga eerst even mijn hamer en zo op orde maken voordat we naar de council meeting gaan.
What the...
Is dat een kaart ondertussen? Aha. Dat is een short soort ability. Nou, laten we het even equippen. Dan doen we daar eentje van het paard zetten. Oh, wacht. Dadelijk trouwens. Nog genoeg. Kijk. Repareren en verkopen.
I'm honored that a knight such as you.
I've heard that some...
Did that, Sasso?
Why?
Why?
Man, isn't there...
No way.
Die koopt in ieder geval niet zijn ding. Daar moeten we eentje houden. Armor ook meteen gerepareerd.
Bread baked just this morning. Bread.
I'm honored that you should come.
Ja. Wel, armor. Oh, wacht. Ja, zo moet ik maar. Dan is wat ik aan heb, dat staat onderaan. Wel. Als ik het 18k, mooi. Schijnbaar dus niet genoeg geld om alles te repareren. Even kijken, hier zit nog een deler of iets.
My humble greeting. See you later.
Kun je ook repareren? Zo, nou, als het goed is nu alles gerepareerd. In ieder geval voor de dag komen.
Flour, egg, salt, yeast. Let it bake. Whole family with fresh bread.
Oh, wacht. Hier erbij, hè?
Fresh bread. Come and get it. Man cannot live by bread alone, but he can't live without it either.
Misschien... Dooi even verkopen.
God grant you help. Good luck then.
Of niet?
Baked goods fresh from the oven. Come and get them.
Nou, even deze kant naar de groene trader. Oh.
God be with.
I need an experienced merchant to help me with the rebuilding of Pribyslavitz. How would you like to move there?
Me, a burger, go and live in the woods? Hold on. You're actually serious?
Well, yes.
You want me to give up the position I've been building for myself here for years? I'd have to be mad, young fellow.
Dat niet.
You should try and find someone else who knows about numbers, weights and measures. God be with you.
Oké, dan niet. Even goede vrienden. Weapons. Ja, dames, is deze. Maar er levert behoorlijk wat meer op, dus dan doe ik weg. Wel een aantal van weg doen.
Oh. Let's have a word about the price.
Well, for that amount I can be persuaded.
Ah, toch weer 100 meer. Kaart, daar hebben we niks aan. We hadden hier toch weer allemaal roos. Oh nee, dat was niet hier. Ik moet sowieso naar de open kastel, dus dat sowieso goed. Misschien dat ik dat vrouwtje in de bossen moet kijken of dat die zin heeft om te komen. Kijk eens. Moeten we die ook vragen of niet?
God save.
Nee.
Take care.
Oké, niet.
Oh, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Gapen.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing.
Dat was al duidelijk.
These failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What you're saying, Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though. But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergolf,